Have you ever had a dream, a big, burning goal you were so excited about that you just had to share it with everyone? You tell your family, your friends, your coworkers, and what happens? The enthusiasm fades. The project stalls. It feels like the universe conspired against you. But what if the real saboteur was a lot closer to home? What if it was the very act of talking about it? That's the brutal truth we're going to unpack today. A truth that Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds of all time, understood better than anyone. It's a harsh, humbling reality that can be tough to swallow. But once you get it, it can change your life. The phrase, "No one is your friend," isn't about being lonely or cynical. It's a psychological warning. It's a cold slap of reality that forces you to face the one person you can truly count on, yourself. This isn't about going full lone wolf, man. You don't got to go build your log cabin out in the woods and cut everyone off. Nah, this is about something way more strategic. It's about building a fortress inside yourself, a foundation so freaking strong and so unshakable that no outside noise can get in and tear it down. We're gonna get real about why your big dreams kinda just fizzle out the second you start blabbing about them. We'll dig into the hard truth about how the support you get from others can actually be a crutch, something you lean on so you don't have to do the heavy lifting yourself. And we're gonna show you why takin, that bold step of building in silence, is the ultimate act of self-reliance, a sign that you trust yourself more than anyone else. This ain't about being antisocial. This is about real, meaningful growth from the inside out. But before we continue, I'm offering you a free ebook to thank you for supporting the channel. Download it now and begin your journey towards self-discovery, dream interpretation, and shadow work. Hurry because it's free. The link is on the channel page. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Why does announcing your goals often lead to failure? Jung would argue it has to do with something called psychic energy. Think of your dream as a seed. When it's inside you, it's bursting with potential, with the energy needed to grow. But every time you talk about it, you release a little bit of that energy. It's like watering a plant with all your water before you even put it in the soil. You get the momentary satisfaction, the applause from others, but you've drained the very fuel you needed for the hard work. Psychologically, when you tell people about your plans, you get a hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical. It feels great, right? You get validation without doing any of the work. Your brain essentially tricks you into thinking you've already achieved your goal. It's called the social reality of achievement. You get the reward of success, but you've skipped the journey. This is why so many people get stuck in the cycle of talking, dreaming, and never doing. They're addicted to the applause. But the real reason this is so brutal is because it reveals a deeper truth about human nature. It's not that people are maliciously trying to sabotage you. It's more subtle and, frankly, more tragic. The truth is, people can't help but project their own fears and limitations onto you. When you share a big dream, a lot of people will see their own unfulfilled potential. They might subconsciously give you reasons why it won't work, not to hurt you, but to protect themselves from facing their own inaction. They might say, "Oh, that sounds hard," or "Are you sure you have time for that?" They're not being malicious. They're just showing you their own shadow, their own demons. And that's why Jung's wisdom is so freaking essential. He understood that the real journey of self-realization, what he called individuation, is an inherently solitary mission. It ain't a group project you tackle with a bunch of your buddies. It's you, locked in a one-on-one battle with your own internal resistance. It's the daily fight against your own doubts, your own fears, and your own lazy habits. See, the external world, with all its noise and opinions, that's just a distraction. The real war, the one that truly matters, is the one you're fighting with yourself every single day. It's you, against your own internal resistance. It's you, fighting your own demons. The external world, with all its opinions and expectations, is just noise. To truly build something great, you need to create a silent, sacred space where your project can grow undisturbed. Think about a baby, right? It ain't born into the world fully formed, like a superhero busting out of a pod. Nah, it grows in the quiet, protected darkness of the womb for months. That whole process happens in silence, totally shielded from the world's judgment, from its expectations, from people telling it what it should be. It's a sacred, private process. Your dreams, your big projects, they're exactly the same. They need that silent incubation period, that time in the dark where they can gain strength without outside interference. That's where all the real work happens, where the foundation gets laid and the vision gets crystal clear. They gotta form their own identity, their own soul, so they can become a real thing, a real force, before they're ever ready to face the world and all its noise. If you bring it out too early, it's fragile, it's weak. It ain't ready for the cold, hard reality. It needs that time in the quiet to get strong. So when it finally comes to light, it's not a vulnerable little idea. It's a full-on, unshakable reality. So, what does it mean to build in silence? It means you stop seeking external validation. You don't post every step on social media. You don't look for praise. You do the work, day in and day out, fueled by your own internal motivation. It's an act of deep self-trust. It's telling yourself, I don't need anyone's approval to do this. I'm doing this for me. This is the path to real power. The power that comes from knowing you're in control. The power that comes from a silent, relentless focus on your goals. When you finally reveal what you've been working on, it won't be a flimsy idea that's already lost its spark. It will be a fully formed creation, solid and real, because its foundation was built in the most powerful place possible, your own quiet dedication. The brutal truth isn't that you're alone. It's that you need to be alone with your craft, with your dream, to truly make it real. The world is full of talkers. Be a builder. Let your work speak for you. Let your actions be louder than your words. Because in the end, the people who are truly your friends will celebrate your success, not your potential. So, the next time you get an idea that lights a fire in your soul, resist the urge to tell everyone about it.